Laurentia in Nungwa. Malik in Adenta. I have a big show lined up today. Let's Seku Kanda. Ajua Abeye stuck in traffic. Abu Mohammed in Japan. The girls inside Adenta is already seated. Chairman Asantua. I've always promised to go visit them. One day to happen. Lennox Ado Deu Equiapem. Ayigbeni Dobeja here from Ningwa. Tofik says I've been a silent listener for a while now. Tofik, we won't even allow you. Tofik, we won't even allow you to be a silent listener. Nana Sapong from Ahafu, Kenya saying Francis in Accra. AC from Tema stuck in traffic. I'll make the traffic enjoyable for you. Which traffic is it though? Is it the motorway traffic? Let me know. Since we are talking about roads today. We have a good hot show lined up today. And indeed, maybe we need to stop the roll call and get on to it because I have a lot to say. And I know you have a lot to say. Clarissa Big Mus Wallace and Maud Lillian. The great people of Dodowa, Kukuru born in the Tay Kwasiajima. Kofi Vandals Luxury Homes inside Tema Community 25. Dr. Cynthia Thego. Folks, we start the way we start. I know some of you meet me at occasions or functions and they say another thing that you say about the Lions. So here we go. Folks, until the Lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. And you know, I'll say that again. Folks, I said until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Hello and welcome to the most opinionated hour on radio and the nation's thought-provoking hour. I am Nana Ansah Kwao IV, Chief of the Little Republic of Akwemu Edumasa, and I say thank God it's Monday. Another fine opportunity to meet up and perform radio's finest ritual, a ritual that has become a tradition. And for over a decade, we have performed this ritual Mondays through education, through information, only on Joy 99.7 FM, Mondays at this time. And our topic today, folks, the road revolution. The road revolution. Let us all gather and make truth good. To issue a disclaimer, folks, because today I'm going to speak off the record. I don't even know if it's allowed. It's not going to be something loud. Can I be speaking on radio and say I'm speaking off the record? But so, folks, today I'm off the record. I'm going to discuss closet matters in the open, and I'm going to be a little selfish. I think I'm allowed. But above all, folks, we're going to be frank. Folks, during the campaign season, I did a show talking about what I would do if I were president. Now, I won't go through all the list of things that I said. But one of them, I'll do a part that's relevant to today's shows. The road revolution. Folks, in that show, I said I wouldn't have abolished the e-levy, but rather channel the monies towards a road revolution. Or road building revolution. Why, folks? Why roads? Folks, I cannot stress enough the importance of roads. And the importance of roads is even more exacerbated in our case. Because we don't have enough rail travel. Marine travel is almost a no-no. Air travel is overly expensive and has been taxed out of any meaningful expansion. So for us in Ghana, if we have to move, it's a matter of road. And in this modern world, movement determines the speed of your economy. Folks, the choice of arriving at the health post dead or alive, the choice of arriving there before you deliver your baby or not. Food, folks, getting rotting on the farm or getting to the market. And even arriving at the market, whether they arrive cheap or expensive. Folks, ideas, culture, education, production. Folks, employment. Without roads, they don't move. Without roads, they simply don't move. So we are all gathered in the cities and in Accra because that's where business is set up. That's where they are guaranteed some sort of movement for their goods and services. Yes, they would have wanted to go a bit further, set up quietly and produce there, but then how do they move the goods after they've produced? They could be providing a service. How do people even reach them to access the service? So the city is choked. Because, folks, just 80 kilometers out of Accra and you need the best part of 3 hours to travel it. Just 80 kilometers out of Accra and you need the best part of 3 hours to do that journey. So we all converge here. We all converge here where we can get some decent roads. Other than that, folks, I am sure businesses would have moved out of Accra, and travel times will still be even shorter to bring their services or their produce. So what do we see, folks? Traffic buildups. We are all heading to Accra during office hours and all heading out after office hours. Traffic buildup. So the state need lots and lots of dollars just to import fuel. So we sit in traffic. Not to cover distances, not to be productive, but just idle in traffic. And once you get off the main roads, then you're faced with the surface of the moon. Bumps, ripples, mud, mushy slush. And there too, you need more foreign exchange to buy spares so we can change links and shocks and everything. And for me, folks, I think I've been cursed. Can you imagine living at Konkatamas Gulf City area? Goodness gracious. And then Akosombo to Edumasa. My God. Konkatamanso. Then Akosombo to Edumasa. I have suffered. Everyone who travels to visit me at Dumasa, the first thing they get out of the car is, Nana, how do you do it? Every week, Dumasa, every time Dumasa, how do you do it? Folks, the number of cars you have to change, the links, the shocks, always quarreling with mechanics, things they've done a shoddy job, but it's just that the toll on the cars. And sometimes the road will shake and shake and shake that you just need to just stop the car for like 30 seconds to just 1 minute to catch your breath, and then you start again. And then you ask yourself, is this some new invention? Can roads be constructed? And when it rains, folks, when it rains, it's a different ball game. And you're driving and you're asking yourself, is it a curse? Is it a punishment? Why? But folks, let me leave it here. I'll come back to it. And I hope my good friend, Professor Bafua Jimendua, Professor William Bampuating, Professor Ansah Kwao, Dr. Fred Abedi, I hope they're all tuned in. These are all like thespians. There are more. These are all thespians in this governance and roads assembly making. Folks, from my little palace in Edumasa, the Little Republic of Edumasa. And by the way, when you Google, it comes up, the Little Republic of Edumasa. In my opinion, I think we are trying to develop Ghana based on policies, on the blueprint of developed countries. Let me say that again. I think we are trying to develop Ghana based on policies, on the blueprint of developed countries, instead of the blueprint of how they developed, how they got where they are. When did they open their market? When did education become liberal? And during their infrastructure revolution, how open or closed was it? Folks, every advanced to first world country, let's find out how they got there. It's not just going to pick up what they are using now to maintain where they are. That's what we are using. They have a new policy. Once they have finished developing, they do a new policy and to maintain what they have. And we've gotten it. And we are also using it. Forgotten that, no, there was a policy that brought them where they are. Folks, this democracy, as we are practicing it today, is just to divide us, slow us down. Democracy, as we're practicing today, is just to divide us and slow us down. can we really and truly develop by the book? Professor Bafua Jimendia, governance expert. Can we really develop by the book? Now, I said I'm off the record, right? So this is my off the record bit. Folks, realistically, what percentage of the country can obey and abide by its laws? 40% at a push. So if 60% are either too poor, too underserved, or state neglected, how do you develop by the book? Folks, how do you develop by the book? Folks, I remember during COVID, there was a rule, hey, everybody stay indoors, stay indoors. Folks, the guy sleeps on the pavement. Which door is he going inside? Going behind what door? Oh, motorbikes are not for carrying passengers, and you know the guy lives in a village. The only thing that goes into the village is a motorbike. In the nation, there's a law that says motorbikes are not, you can use it to carry passengers. So how do those people abide by the laws? I mean, but sometimes when you're in Accra, when you don't see those things. But these are the realities. Until there's some sort of an equilibrium, until we bring, a great percentage of people on the same path. People who can just wake up in the morning and just buy bread and eat bread for breakfast. The last time I did, I think it was like just 26% of households who can like literally wake up and put bread on the table as breakfast. 26%. So how do we develop by the book? Yes, at all costs, you don't infringe on anybody's human right. No. But if you don't point a finger in the right direction and put your foot down and let's march towards the goal, we are going to slow ourselves down. So when the issue of sole sourcing of big push roads came up as an issue, I said to myself, do you think the countries we are aspiring to be like built their nations based on this level of liberalism? No. Folks, it was merit, it was capability, it was speed, it was quality, and almighty value for money. It was merit, capability, speed, quality, and almighty value for money. Folks, come to Edumasa today and see the works going on. Even in its current state that it's not finished, the relief, my God, the time to travel is almost half. The sudden interest in the area, the opportunities. So I can imagine when it's all done. Maybe I'll have to just relocate. And say, Ziggy, show no via Zoom because me go to my crew. Yeah, anyway, I go to my crew. That's why I said to the media guys who came to interview me that you guys are seeing a road, but me, I'm seeing a game changer. You guys may be seeing a road, but for me as a chief in the territory, I see a game changer. So Manaf MCL, Abuaji contractor. Now I won't normally do this, but the company is working. Guys, they are working. The agency is as if he's building a road to his mother's house. I mean, I just hope that all the other contractors in the other areas are showing that agency in road building. And as a nationalist, as a Pan-Africanist, I mean, it just prized me to see a black man giving a contract and killing himself as if there's some deadline. Be one see him here, you be shooting. The boys in the area, everybody's doing something, wheeling something, mixing something, forming something, doing something, and you can tell. You can feel the agency. And it just makes you proud that, you're Ghanaian, they're giving a job to a Ghanaian and he's working to the bone. Effort. Rather than, somebody gets a job and then today they come and then tomorrow they don't come and then you don't see them at all and then you don't know whether they are dead or alive. Then they appear, then they disappear. No. It makes me proud. And I'm hoping that all the other big push contractors are putting in this sort of urgency in the road. Because for me, folks, whether it was double saws, triple saws, single saws, I just want my road done. And I'm not going to use my platform to discourage anyone. However, there's a conversation to be had. Oh yes, there is definitely a conversation that we must have. Can we speed up road construction a bit more in Ghana? Conversation number one. Can we adopt cheaper technology for road building to use for inner roads so that once we come off the main roads, we don't hit muds and potholes? Can we build more durable roads and watch axle load? And above all, folks, can we build roads a bit cheaper? Now, these are national matters to be settled on. Folks, if you ask me, maybe we should have settled them before we started the big push. If you ask me, we should have settled this issue before starting the big push. But it's not late because the road deficit is just too much. And going forward, maybe we can look at them. That can we speed up road construction? Is there a way in which we can speed it up? The technical guys, you can help us. Is it yes or no? If yes, how? And if no, why? Folks, can we adopt cheaper technology so that we can fix the inner roads, not only the main roads? Once you come off the main roads, can it be paved so we are not jumping on potholes? And for God's sake, we don't care what color it is, blue, pink, red, yellow. So far as it's no bumpy and muddy, we will drive on it. Can we build durable roads? Can a contractor leave a road and the next place you come, you think the road has never seen anything before? Obviously, we must watch our axle loads. And can we build generally, can we reduce the cost per kilometer? Because it is believed that Ghana is one of the highest in terms of road building in per kilometer. We are up there. Meanwhile, if you take fuel, we are down there in terms of price. If you take the wages, we are down there in terms of the wages. So what is it that is built making the roads so expensive? And I'm saying these are national matters that we must settle on. But I know you have a lot to say because we're talking about roads. Look at Accra, this Winneba Road. I don't know. You see, it becomes. You see, one of the most difficult things to talk about is construction. You see, because you don't know what goes inside. But sometimes, even though you don't know what goes inside, I don't know, because it's the tia, and then you see them there, they always have that thing looking through that periscope. Only God knows what they're looking at. I don't know. Can they speed it up a bit? Because even the stress is mental. It's a mental stress. For hours. Jeez, and he asks, what sin did I commit? What crime did I commit? Folks, it's 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. Yes, there's a conversation to be had, but in my books, I don't think it's soul sourcing. I think it is the cost, which is a national thing. I think the speed with which, the urgency with which contractors approach the work. Can we build more roads? Can we build them cheaper? Can we use cheaper technology so that all our inner roads can be fixed? Is it possible? I think Ni is in Tema. Hello, Ni.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Nana.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The road that you are talking, that leads to Masa,
Yeah.
and the road from Junction
Bosaki
to
Road. Oh my God.
your area. If the contractor who built the road, who constructed the road from Kwame Nkrumah Circle to Atimota, if they give that road to him, you are guaranteed of 16 years. I don't know the contractor, but you are guaranteed of 16 years. Good evening.
Good evening too. And then the guy who did the Ebri Oyarifa Road 2. The contractor who did Ebri Oyarifa Road 2, that's also another magic road. 0302216541. 0302216541. Look, roads are literally the blood vessels of the nation. That's what's going to send blood to the liver, blood to the kidneys, to the brain, the eye, the fingers, the feet, everywhere. You just take the road there, and the development will just go there. You take the road there, development will just go there. If not, we are all stuck here. But Eric is in Kaswa. Hello, Eric.
Eric, yes, Eric.
Yes, sir, Eric.
Hello.
Yes, sir, Eric, let me hear you.
Yes, I have been listening closely to every word you are making mention of, and I think that now you are making sense. If we Ghanaians are to come together as one people and understand that we are building a nation as a family, I do not think that a contractor would want to siphon all the money into his pocket and feed on it alone. I do not believe that if we build the country as a nation or as a family, one person would pick up a whole bunch of money and construct a road that will not last for 3 years. Now, one interesting story that I was told a few months ago was that there's this road that is not long enough that one of our people in the area, the locality, there's a school nearby, that the principal wanted to construct the road to the main road, just to join the main road, and he was told that permission will not be granted for him to construct the road. So he went as far as the highways to get permission to construct the road, and he was refused. Reason being that he needed to engage a contractor from highways. He could not get permission to construct that short road by his contractor when he had been given the nature of road he has constructed. I mean, how he has to construct. When he had been given, he was not permitted to construct a road unless he engaged a contractor by the highways, which is absolutely unfair. So as we speak, if it rains, car applies on the road.
Wow.
And here we have students, kids, who are driven to the same school. And it is so devastating and so unfair and so inhuman. hearing a story of this nature. Meanwhile, we call ourselves Ghanaians. I think we have to sit up. I think we have to get a heart of patriotism, not money. I'm out of words.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening to you. This is Nana Akono Bakai. Akwamu Fie, Akwamu Nana Bekwa, second in command. It says, Nana, inner roads are key to sustaining main roads. It takes off pressure from the main road. And that's true. Because you realize that sometimes we are all stuck on the main road because, Charlie, you can't divert. It's not worth it. Those if you're in a saloon car, the only choice, you just have to stick on the main road. But there are so many artery roads which, if the road was good, you didn't need to come and sit in that traffic. And that was a good one there. I got Adams on the line. Oh, no, then the line dropped. 0302216541. This road conversation, I think we need to revive it. We need to revive it. But I don't think we should revive it from that sole sourcing point of view. We need to revive it at the cost per kilometer. We need to revive it at, can we also adapt these cheap technologies that these other countries are using? They are not dead. And they're using it. And we go there and it makes us, we ply on their roads. Can we use it? Can we build a bit faster? Can we build a bit faster? Nee is on the line. Hello, Nee.
Good evening. I want to add my voice to this issue that you are discussing.
Let me hear you.
That has to do with road construction.
Sure.
I would bluntly let you understand that road construction in Ghana, the issue with us having bad roads has to do with the persons who gives out the contract. Nothing more. Okay. There are basic approach to doing roads, and every contractor has to go by this approach. Politicians have taken over everything, so nothing you do with the simple methodology of construction and road networks that you can build them right. All the approach to getting you right or good roads are on the table. The contractors who are very good contractors, you can find them everywhere in Ghana. The issue is the politicians. They have taken over everything. So, like you were saying, person who has the right, everything to build a road will never be given the request to it. And that's a problem. I have been in the road construction for this construction for what? I've been there.
Oh, sorry, your line dropped. The reception was bad, but I get your point. This is from Esther Odate Wellington. The saboteurs must be named and shamed. Meanwhile, I look forward to traveling on the first-class road to Edumasa. Bravo, Nana. We need more of you in Ghana. We need you to come and visit Edumasa when it's all done. Hi, Nana. Sorry. Okay, I got Martin on the line. Hello, Martin.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nana, thank you for the good work you are doing.
Thanks for tuning in.
I might say that we are happy with whatever that is going on. Today, I applied the road from Asienya to Dodo. There's a bypass. Oh my God. In fact,
have they?
not asphalted it, but it looks like a motorway.
Oh wow!
You know, the contractor there is doing a great job. And the same, you know, I think it's the same contractor who is working on the Dodua Dental Road. You could see the work that he's doing. It's not a small job. But as you said, you know, as Ghanaians, we like, you know, talking without action. So we'll be happy. I think that we'll be happy talking, you know, telling us those things that will take us years without action. So I think it's good. With this big push thing, very soon we're going to see some improvement. And thank you for the great job you're doing once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Afienya Dodo can literally travel from a cross in about 40 minutes. Drive to Dodo, left turning that brings you to Afienya, bang, you're in Tema. Other than that, it's a Brie down to Adenta, all the way to the mall, and then to the motor. Can you imagine? That's how important this thing is. That's how important this thing is. And I know the latter road is also being constructed. So from Tema, if you need to get to, you know, anywhere that you just come through Afienya, Dodowa, climb up to that latter, and then bam, you're gone. Charlie, contractors, they let us down. This one says, hi, Nana. All that you're saying, roads are doable 100%. But the issue is the human beings that will do the road. Without Corrupt Malfeasance Act, do we have them in our public office? I'm sure we do. To me, let's use the swearing of the thunder before going into any public office to stop all malfeasance and corrupt act, and we will have our nation purse safe to do more. Now, without this, the story is the same and will even get worse soon. Francis in Accra. And this was hi, Nana. Unlike your road that it's moving steadily, the footbridge in front of GCB, Nana, just footbridge, it's taking forever. GCB knows the price of everything, but not the value. Let them trump for that small footbridge to be fixed. Good evening, Nana. And this is Nana Kwesi. Hello, who am I talking to? Nana Kwesi. Yeah.
Hey, it's been a while.
Yes, Nana. Let me hear you. How do you face the roads on a daily basis?
Hey, yeah, my road is the Adenta Dodo. Wow. It's not easy. My way. I won't lie to you. We should put maintenance bit aside. For like, fine. The moment I hit that road again, oh, they say they are doing this one thing that it goes as fast as it's supposed to, because continue to go slow. Some of us will die before they will even finish this road. Okay, so Nana, about how technology cheaper and all that. Nana, it's all leadership. Ibrahim Traore is building his road using that the country bought, using engineers of the country, training the youth, and they are building their road. No threat to Wahala. Nana, leadership. But this, the way they play is different in Ghana here.
But Nana, if we do road building, massive unemployment, because plenty private contractors will be out of business. However, I don't know who came up with this idea, but the new Accra Kumasi Expressway, I'm told is the that are going to build, and I think it's a good idea, because it's a soldier do. You can't say it's my cassava farm. I won't move. Yeah, those will be eliminated. Honestly, I have never thought of the soldiers in terms of such a big contract, but it's a good idea.
So, if they won't go the full government, that one it won't be possible in this country, because we know ourselves. It won't even happen. The next one will come no way. So if we are going the contractor way, and I say they present a contract, they show whoever in charge what they want to do, what kind of build, right? Somebody goes through this document, which they approve, and they decide on how much money they will use to pay, they will use to construct this road. And there are state institutions who are responsible to make sure that these contractors build the road. They do what they have to do. Those people, do they work? Nana, do they work? I doubt. Or they are also one of the institutions that they will say that they are not equipped to do what they have to do. Do they work? Because everything starts and ends with them. If a constructor is on the road, not OD 77, Onya also Onya. That is one of the people who are paid every month to make the contractor do what they have to do. If we are not equipping them, then you the one who is also responsible for equipping them, you know, what are we paying them for? And then you say to them, aspect because if they are there and they are telling us that they are not equipped enough to do their work, then what's the essence of them being there? Are we just paying them for paying sake? The office is supposed to be there nicely, and then what? Engineer Mahama is the one, you were mentioning the Ebui Road. Engineer Mahama is the one responsible for that road.
Okay.
And if they interview him on Joy SM and the Kujo guys, not long ago, recently, when we were talking about this road issue, he was the one who did, and he was even saying this road is the name for a substitute or something. But look at how quality the road is.
Yeah.
Look at how many years it's been. And engineer, he's a Ghanaian, he stays here. No, so think about it, you know. Engineer Mahama is in Ghana, he's a Ghanaian, he stays in Ghana. If the government wants to find this man, it won't be difficult to find.
But I think they need to find him.
So you see where the thing is going.
Deploy him on some major roads because
this one is rocket science. It's the subsidy. But look at how long this road, and he's still there.
And the number of traffic that uses it.
Exactly. And he's Ghanaian. That's what pains me. No, we have competent Ghanaians in this country, not foreigners. And we pretend as if we don't have some. So, we can talk and talk and talk. At the end of the day, we don't make the final decisions. It starts from the president, then it trickles down. If they will do us right, if they mess us up too,
Nana Kwesi, thank you very much. Good evening, Nana. It's just sad that our leaders and some civil servants see development as a cash cow rather than giving us quality. They do chobo all day. Time will tell soon. In Sika Togo in UG. We just want to encourage this road revolution. We want to encourage it with everything. But like I said, I still believe that there's a conversation that we need to have as a nation. Not politically. I'm sure the Institute of Engineer Fraternity should be able to come together and draw another plan so that we benefit. But Nana is in Accra. Hello, Nana.
Hi, Nana. How are you?
Very well.
Great. So, it's not the contractors who come with the. Before you are given a contract, the design comes from the ministry. They have specifications. So that is the contractors. Every contractor, before you are given the contract, you have the road design. You have the specification. So it's not the fact that you have to use your own mind to build the road. Every road has its own designs from the ministry. We should also ask ourselves, how much are they paid? And if they are being paid, how long does it take them to get their money? Some contractors, after building the road, it takes them more than 4 years before they get their money. So all these factors have to be played out so that we don't blame the contractor. They are doing their part of the bargain very well, but it falls on the doors of the government to pay them, get them the money to fund the road. You were saying that road, the specifications or the road costs a lot in Ghana. I don't think that is wholly right, because the contractors do not price by themselves. It is priced by the government. They have put a lot of things into consideration with the cost for 1 kilometer of road. So it's not entirely true that the contractors build the roads too much.
No, you're narrowing it down to contractor. I'm blaming the nation. I mean the fraternity involved in road construction, not necessarily just the contractor. The engineers, all these civil engineers. I mean, they should sit down and rethink going forward. How do we do roads? It's not the contractor. Everybody.
Yes, but the contractor, when the ministries specifications, so work together.
Okay. So you see, I don't know what you see. I talked about like cheap road technology. The contractor can't decide that unless it's a state policy.
Yes.
So I don't want to say I'm blaming contractor. I'm looking at the nation and its road building.
All right.
Yeah. It just so happens that the contractor builds the road. Yeah.
Let's say the one you were talking about from Aburi to Dodowa, there are roads which are used by the small vehicles, and there are some which are used by these Burkina trucks. If you don't build it well, within 6 months, you see cracks on the roads.
I agree.
So it depends on the road and the number of cars that use it. Let's say from Nkoko to the Kwao Mountain.
But did you follow me from the beginning of the show?
I followed it.
Yes, that's what I said. That like with the main roads, you could do, but with the inner roads that don't carry weight, I'm sure there are cheaper ways in which we can do those roads for it to last.
Perfect.
But I don't think we can blame only the contractor on that, but the whole fraternity who decide what road the nation wants.
Right.
And I say that I think that conversation should be had going forward.
Definitely. There should be that kind of conversation so that we know who to blame. Because the contractor, before they are paid, the engineers from the roads ministry will go and inspect the road,
correct,
what they have done, before your certificate is signed. So they don't use their mind to do anything. It is a collaboration between the contractor and the ministry. They have built the road. But if you allow these Burkina trucks to load and use the road within short time, it will destroy. But some of the regulations have to come from the government. Has to come from the government, because sometimes you are following a truck on the Kumasi road. Look at how these trucks have loaded, and they are destroying the road.
Yeah.
They are just going their way, and we the Ghanaians are suffering. So
I'm even told when they get to the border, they split the load into three. Because you're not allowed to go. Yeah.
Yes. So we have to check all these things, and we can have wonderful roads in Ghana, because we have the experts here, like Engineer Muhammad that we are talking about. He's very, very good. If we get some of these things to supervise the construction of roads, we'll have good roads. But they will do their work. But the road users will tend to destroy the roads themselves. That's the problem we have here.
Well, that. Thank you very much. That's a different conversation. I mean, obviously, like this Dumasa Road. I keep telling my assemblyman that all the assemblyman on this road, you have to have a meeting. If you know you need speed ramps because cars are going to run over your chickens, let's inform the contractor so they do proper speed tables there. instead of them digging and putting sand and stones and sticks in the road, yes, unless Jesus comes back, we're not going to see this road again. So we must protect it at all costs. That's all my assemblyman. Go talk to all your brothers on the road, on the stretch. If you think you don't want cars driving fast through the village, let's talk to the contractor. Let's put some proper, rample strips or something there for you so that car slows down. Because if we leave them, you come back and some, a busy bay guy will just dig the tarmac, put sand there and say, why any speed ramp? Can you imagine? We've waited since Adam. Today we get a road. You come back and, Tay we just decide, yeah, that's it. Car trying to no me face speed ramp. Because can you imagine what was your tool doing in the road anyway? What was your goat doing in the high road anyway? But yeah, the car hit his goat, so that's it. He digs the road, that's the speed ramp. And guess what? The police chief will drive on it, MP will drive on it, DC will drive on that illegality. Everybody will drive it. Even me, the chief, I also drive on that illegality. But as for this stretch there, we must protect it. Because it has to last its maximum lifetime, then we enjoy it, But we encourage this sort of revolution in the road building. And we are appealing to all those who are currently engaged that urgency, speed, efficiency, durability, so that it becomes a culture that rolls on. But as we are going forward, I am saying, can we bring down the cost? Can we make them more durable? Can we make it faster? All the fraternities involved in deciding what road gets done and what road does not get done, all should come together. Let's get a blueprint to charge on this revolution. Happy birthday belated to Ansah Kwao Akoto III. Last Saturday was your birthday. We all met at St. Che. Played a golf. First time playing golf. Apparently, I'm very good. That was a beautiful moment. Chieftaincy is like, it's like a military rank. So if you're like a captain and the general is having some do and he calls you the captain to come, Charlie, you're rolling with the big boys. I don't know. Happy birthday to you, Nana Akuno Bekai. Hene of Akwamu, tuned in today. Hene Yamaomoni Tie. And the Little Republic of Akwamodo Masa on Facebook and Instagram. Check it out and like it. I'm going to put some big news on there, so you better go and open it, like it, and share it. There's going to be some mega news on there. I am Ansah Kwao IV, Chief of the Little Republic of Akwamodo Masa. My producers are Nana Kweku Emisa, Oliver, and the legendary Ziggy. All on the ones and twos, my international producers. Next Monday, God willing, we'll be back to do this all over again.